My name is Laura. I'm going to do a review on a movie I watched. It came out this week. It's called The Bank Job. It's with Jason Statham in it. I think that's him. It's the guy that played on Transporter. Great movie. To me, he still had that Transporter look about him. I still want to put him behind a car and have him to drive up down the street and kill people, you know? And I didn't think, I mean, it's fit him perfectly because you're back in London or England or whatever, and it's back in maybe, they didn't give us a time or date around this. I'm going to say around the 1960s. Around 1960, no? Oh, that's too far. 1970s. Sorry, it can't be 1980s if I was born there. I'm going to say 1960s. It's actually back in 1960. He pays this guy that everybody knows him. He's like, you know, cool guy. And he meets this beautiful lady. I mean, this lady, I don't have to hold this anymore, do I?
Just at the end.
Okay, anyway, he meets this lady, I mean, she's up there between the scale of 1 and 10. I give her a 9, because her breath, like, it stinks. But that's besides the point, because we're not doing reviews about breaths. Who he was, then that would be a different story. But since we're doing reviews, I'm going to get back to the story. Anyway, he meets this lady. She's like this nice looking lady. And the lady comes up to his job, asks him, you know, different questions about, is he looking for money or this and another. And he's like, yeah, I'm looking for money, yada, yada, yada. So they meet at a bar, you know, they get to talking, and he brings in some of his friends, and his friends bring in some of their friends, so it's about maybe 8 of them. Maybe 8 or 6 of them. So, the girl, she wound up being crooked at the end, basically, because she wound up dating one of the police officers that wanted her just to go into the vault, just to steal, some documents on this guy. There's a black guy on there. I think his name was Mark X.
Michael
X. I kept wanting to call him Malcolm X because it's just really weird. I've never even heard of this guy. But it's based on a true story. And Michael X had this problem where he didn't like whites, but he did like whites. He wound up sleeping with the princess of some kind of island did he sleep with? Yeah, he slept with a princess of some kind of island. He took pictures of it and everything. I mean, he was getting it. I mean, you could see it from every side.
Alright.
Every angle. Okay, don't get into that. But anyway, the guy, he goes in there, he takes pictures of it, and he puts it in a vault. Knowing if you put your stuff in a vault, it's safe. You don't have to worry about no one going in, no one stealing it. You don't have to worry about any of that. Well, just so happened, these people goes into the vault. Her main purpose, she didn't want nothing else in the vault. I mean, she didn't go after nothing else. She was at one little vault and she was getting it. And the Jason, that guy there, he noticed that she wasn't going around to every other vault, cracking into nothing. She stayed in one vault. And she couldn't get it open, so she asked this one guy, she's like, can you come over and help me? He's like, yeah, I'll come over and help you. So he comes over, he helps her crack and open the safe, and he's like, what's so special about this? She lies and says the lucky number. Who number is 132? Honestly, how can that actually be your lucky number? Mine's is an 8. Get something simple. Anyway, it's 132. So they crack it open. She's standing there looking at all this. So the guy, he comes over there all British and hard, like, he's like, give me this. You know, look at this. And he goes telling all his friends, look at it. All his friends looking at it. And they didn't pay no mind to it. They're gone. Well, I'm going to speed it up because I can't sit here and tell you about the whole story part by part. Well, somehow the police guy that she was working for he just actually wanted them to get caught and put in jail. Well, this smart guy here, he says, I want it where we won't get in jail for going in there stealing anything in the vault. I don't want to go in jail. I want to be able to leave the country. And I don't want no one saying anything to me. And he's like, okay. He said, but I want it proved by the Prime Minister. And he said, Prime Minister. So the guy started laughing. The guy got what he wanted. Well, somehow 3 of his buddies wound up getting killed because he would not rat out one of them. One of them killed one guy. I don't know what the crap he was doing. I mean, he killed one guy. I was like, whoa. We're supposed to be buddies here. And at the end, he will say sorry, and everybody's buddy with him. Don't let me be in the story. He would have been a dead man. I mean, I would have stomped him in. Stomped him in. And no one can do nothing to him. Maybe I let him go, you know. That's just how people are nowadays sometimes. They let him slide under the table. Don't let that happen to me. Don't let me beat him. I would have been stumped. Anyway, that's why all of them, you know, are English. Don't let them be American. It would have been a whole different story, whole different ball game. Tell the story. Anyway, so they at the end, everybody got away free. This guy here, everybody, you know, in the storyline, you would actually think this guy was married, had kids, anything. This guy had kids. He had a wife. He bought a yacht. They went out fishing. Him and his ugly kids and wife went out fishing at the end. And they caught this big fish, and the kids were screaming like he just caught a fish. You know? And then he called gold, you know? And it was a great movie. It really was. It's not a buyer. I would not buy this. It's only a renter. As you can tell, I'll rent it from Movie Gallery.
Movie Gallery.
I'm going to keep my opinion about the Movie Gallery place. But anyway, it's a renter. It's not a buyer. If you like this guy, I would get it. I would buy it. But as far as, you know, I want to buy a Bank Job, I want to buy it. It's not that great of a movie. Storyline was great. Character was good. Everything was great. Graphics was great. Whatever you want to call them, they're great. Doesn't matter what TV you look at it on, it's still the same TV. Still the same.
Show us the cover again, please. Hello.
This movie's called Bank Job. It got 5 stars or 5 thumbs up from a lot of people. But